Attention all content creators, video recorders, movers, shakers, and producers. Sorry about that. Any one of us who's trying to make a living in this crazy creator content world of ours, pay attention to this video because I just got back from the NAB Show in Las Vegas. I talked to C-Ray tripods, Aladdin lights, Sennheiser microphones, GoPros, and also SanDisk, who can help us to organize and record all this crazy content of ours. I found some of the coolest gear that's coming out in 2026 for creators like us. Let's hop to the desert. So the NAB show has a ton of like broadcast stuff and servers and lighting and all kinds of things that are way more advanced than I'll ever need. But there's also a few really cool little photo and video related booths here. Let's go see who we can find to talk to. The first person I found to talk to is Sunny here with, how do you pronounce, is it?
C-Ray.
C-Ray.
ABC.
ABC.
C-Ray. R-A-Y. C-Ray.
C-Ray. Okay, with C-Ray, so they obviously have a lot of really awesome tripods, monopods. Right now I'm using the C-Ray tripod monopod foot and their ball head, but you notice I was using a Manbili monopod. So he wanted to show me the new monopod options that I could have. So take it away. What do you have for me?
Okay, so this one is the newest version from our monopod. So you have a twist lock in here. When you release it, actually it's released these three sections. So you can do high adjustment by just one single twist.
Oh, very cool. So no more twist, twist, twist. It's all the one there.
Whatever you want to have, so just lock in the other direction.
Very nice.
Yep, and also we have a pedal in here. You press the pedal, and then you can also release the tilt as well.
Oh, so no more bending over to twist that little foot.
Yeah, all the idea is you don't have to bend yourself when you operation the monopod. You twist again, step again, and then lock.
Very nice.
And also you can see we also have the quick release in here.
Yep.
So somehow you can also use this one to put under the gimbal.
Okay.
So it's very easy to keep that on like this.
Very nice. So I do a lot of astrophotography also. That's why I'm working over there with the Arc Blue team.
Okay.
So I do a lot of hiking and backpacking into the mountains with a tripod. I have a few C-Ray tripods, but what would you recommend? Something that's lightweight but sturdy.
So we have this kind of tripod is for like hiking. It's travel tripod. So this one we call it like mini fit lock.
Yep.
So you can open up in one single time. So it's very easy to open and close.
And which one is this?
This one is the L224.
Very nice.
Yep, when you open this one up, so there is also center column, and also because hiking sometimes you can get some not like even floor or something. So here we also have the leveling on top of here as well. You can adjust the leveling just by here.
Okay, so this is, you flip that and then you go here, then you can close this and then attach a ball head on top or whatever. Does C-Ray have a 3-weight gear head?
Yes.
For you do have the 3-weight gear ones? Do you have any around?
No, we don't have any gear.
Okay, but that's something that we can look into because I love using the Benro 3-way, but always looking for other options.
We also have one as well.
Cool. Well, thank you for showing me. Now, how does that saying go? It's lights, camera, action. The first thing we get to pay attention to there is lights. So let's go talk to Aladdin Lights. They're a really cool lighting company, and let's see what they have to offer for creators like us. Now, I do have to apologize about one thing. My trusty Tascam lav mic decided to come unplugged right before I did this interview, so we are relying on some horrible shotgun audio and subtitles. But I promise the gear we review is going to be worth the watch. So I'm here with Craig, and he's going to tell me a little bit about what their company does and why their lights are so cool. So Craig, what do you guys do?
So at Aladdin, we make portable LED lights. We were the first to just feels flexible. It's very lightweight. It's LED panels that allow pull down. Really like for people on the go and documentarians especially, they can sit a kit like this with a backpack. So there's then high quality light. These are our Mosaic series. Then the Mosaic is our UV white light product. We run off of little tiles. We've made out of aluminum tiles that are usually replaceable that feel as easy to break one of these, like step off and board. Yeah, actually take out some LED diodes. Okay. With the cell kits to allow you to repair that. Sizes run 1x1, 2x2. We've got a 4x4 in the back. This is a large 3x6. And now I'm made for a tube light. So that's Sam doing a corporate video, and he was a long copper stage. Oh, so why that? The ceiling is wide enough where I can take the system out, put it on the fake ceilings. Oh, that up there. Very cool. If it zip ties even. It shows large kitchen counter with made on white space. Apply that up there. That is the superb thing. That's the illuminating.
So how do you control the brightness and color? What's the interface for that?
Yeah, so every kit will come with a dimmer. This one is running on a battery, but of course both the DC power is involved. Just this cool. These will run off of an app, and like multiple lights control about one all in sync or just each one. It's pretty agnostic, so you can use third-party apps as well, or wireless DMX.
Okay.
The latest product is our A-Light 2. It's a compact pocket light.
Cool.
We've added features like magnetic spout. Yeah, could be used to put on a suction cup, a clamp. And we have quarter 20 mounts on the top and bottom, so multiple mounting options. And have guns, a magnetic front, so you can drop in these honeycombs. Yes, so we've got 2 different sizes of that as well.
Nice. So I have the LumaQ panel. Okay. That's what I've been using. So this is similar to that. Is this internal battery that you charge here?
So we have an internal battery that's removable. So you can pop the battery out. It charges via USB-C.
Yep.
And also you can pull the battery entirely and run at ESR's power electrical. And
I like that it's reliable. Is it an option to have a couple of batteries?
Yeah, so we have 2 kits, one a single battery kit, and there's a 2 battery kit now.
Very big.
That like $299.
What's the life at 100% charge?
It'll go 2 hours.
Okay.
And then there's piece pod that makes it brighter.
Yeah, not bad.
The other thing we're doing a little different for emitters, we're using what's called plates, CLAID, cyan, lime, amber, indigo, and deep red.
Okay, so not CMYK. You're going with different color signs there. Cool.
Yeah, so what that does is give us a wider color gamut.
So does that apply to even when it's a white light?
Yeah, so
the white light is a better quality than other white.
Correct.
Okay.
Most of the time, like you use 2 color emitters, like a typical bi-color LED light, they're using like a 6,000 Kelvin chip, and so maybe a 3,000 or 2,700 Kelvin chip. Well, they're mixing those 2 white chips, and you're mixing those colors in between.
Mm-hmm.
Color falls off what we call the black body radiator. So you're dropping in a magenta EMF.
Okay.
So with smart color technology, we're allow you to stay on your white lights on that black body radiator.
It's very
a little more accurate in terms of white light, but also giving you wider color gamut. So it's creative.
All right. Well, thank you very much for showing me. You might be interested in picking something like this up. Like I said, I do so many videos out under the stars that having better quality light would definitely help. So, yeah, thank you for showing me this. All right. Well, that video was kind of ruined by the audio, wasn't it? Yeah, but thankfully we're at NAB. The room was filled with amazing gear. So let's go talk to some audio experts over at Sennheiser to see what sort of microphones they have for content creators like us. Okay, so now I'm here with Chris with Sennheiser. Just for comparison's sake, right now you're listening to the audio coming out of my Tascam lav mic, and right now you're listening to the audio coming out from the microphone that Chris is about to tell you about. So, what are we listening to, Chris?
Thanks, Alex. This is the Profile wireless system, and it is kind of designed to be a 2-channel wireless Swiss Army knife. In that, right now we're talking on these little belt packs right here, which have an integrated microphone in them. They come with a little windscreen too, if you're going to be shooting outdoors, and a lav input. So this is our standard Sennheiser Evolution wireless lav that's got a little locking 3.5 millimeter connector. So you get 2 of these belt packs, and they can also record on the device themselves. So if you had wireless trouble, if you're shooting in a busy, it's a 2.4 gigahertz system.
So like in here.
Yeah, this is a pretty tough environment. You could hit that record and it's going to record and transmit at the same time, and your audio is captured on the device. You can pull it off later with USB-C.
Very cool.
On it. Has a little integrated clip on it. It also has these little magnets that pop off the back, so it's a little magnet mount.
I can like stick that to my shirt with a magnet?
And other clothing that doesn't have, a button-up kind of thing.
Sometimes I'm wearing just a plain t-shirt or a hoodie or something like that, so that's very cool.
Pretty easy clip on that way. And so two of these. When we looked at it, we saw a lot of people interviewing like this with the tiny transmitter. So you can still do that if you like doing that. But we can also put this included windscreen and use it as an interview mic as another way of capturing. The receiver itself can come out. So this is the 2-channel receiver. You can also record on this. The recording is 32-bit float, and it has the USB connection on it as well.
What he just showed you guys is actually on top of my camera right now. We're running audio through our lav mics into here, into the side of the camera.
It also has a lightning connector for older iPhones, as well as a USB-C connector, which is going to be more common now, which slots right into the receiver, so you can connect it directly USB-C to your device to record. It also has in here, because it's got all the little parts and pieces, a shoe mount.
Nice. So that is what is holding it onto my camera right now. How are the little mics powered? Internal batteries, or how does it charge?
They're powered. Everything is powered with internal batteries, and this is a charging dock.
Okay.
So you're able to dock this and recharge them as you go.
So it's kind of like an AirPod little case where you can charge this and that charges the microphones?
Yep, you get hours of battery life when they're out of the dock, and then you can kind of put them back in their home to charge. Last couple things on the receiver side, which can live in this dock or out of the dock. It's got a output as well as a headphone jack to monitor it.
Very cool. Yeah, so I think this might be something that I would look forward to, because I do record on the Tascam, but having something wireless that records straight into my camera, I don't have to sync it in post, will be really nice. So this is definitely something, and it could look cool actually doing a proper interview like that. What does one of these cost?
Retail price is $329.
$329. All right, that's not bad. Anything else?
No, I don't. Thank you for coming by.
Yeah. No, this is very exciting. So everybody, if you could leave in the comments again, this is with the Sennheiser microphone, and this is with the Tascam that you've been listening to. What sounds better? Let us know.
Thanks,
all right.
Alex.
Yeah, thank you, Chris. Have you ever had this situation where you're on an epic, maybe once of a lifetime trip? You're creating content, you're capturing videos, you're recording photos, or whichever direction that should go, and you want a way to back up your data that's super secure and super reliable. Well, I presented this situation to the experts of data retention over at SanDisk, and this is the solution that they had for me.
So you're shooting to SD,
Yes.
right? You're traveling with a MacBook Pro.
Yes.
Are you traveling with a portable SSD as well?
I haven't been. To this point, I keep my storage on my MacBook pretty low.
Yeah.
When I go on vacation, I just put it on the computer's hard drive.
Yep.
When I get home, I transfer it to my Western Digital SSDs and up to Dropbox.
Got it. Okay, so you end up with like multiple backups once you're home, cloud and okay. Yeah. So what a lot of people are doing in your situation is, and there's a number of different ways to do it, but you can just use the SD card slot on your MacBook Pro. You're not going to get the fastest transfer speeds, but if you don't care about time, then that's okay, right? So end of your day, you're out shooting, you come back, plug the SD into the card slot on your MacBook Pro, and that's kind of what you're doing today, right? The one potential step up is add a card reader. So we have card readers that are QuickFlow enabled, and QuickFlow is our proprietary technology that gives us higher transfer speeds. So that is, you say, okay, I want to do that same scenario, but I just want to do it faster, right? And then the one that I would probably recommend is add a portable SSD to your workflow, like in the field. And that way you're offloading not just to the Mac, but to a portable SSD. So almost circumventing the MacBook and going straight into a portable SSD, and that becomes your mobile backup.
So I've played with that before, but I've done it different. I did directly into the card slot, and then into the computer and out to SSD, and that seemed to be really slow. I think I'm halfway down to
the bottleneck in that case is probably that SD card reader.
Okay.
So your transfer to that SSD, that's not the bottleneck. You got lots of speed. How modern is your MacBook Pro?
It's an M.
Then you're fine. Yeah.
M2,
yeah. I was just saying,
Pro?
if you're in that territory already, yeah, you're not being bottlenecked by your USB connection or the SSD. You're being bottlenecked by your reader, which is, I mean, it's a common problem. Like we talked to a lot of folks here that the big problem they have is that offload, right?
Okay.
And so that's why we introduced QuickFlow, is to try like everything we can to get that offload speed up. And so you can see some of the QuickFlow readers over here. And it's really just a simple little throw it into your bag. When you're ready to use it, plug into your MacBook, pop in the card, plug in the SSD, and just run right through and off into your Mac. Yeah.
So what, these are
So
the SSDs you would recommend?
Yeah, so you travel a lot for photography, right? Okay, so we just introduced probably a month ago maybe, the new SanDisk Extreme Portable SSD. So this is brand new. This is the same performance of last year's Extreme Pro, or the last generation's Extreme Pro SSD. So 2,000 megabytes per second. What I like about it for your scenario is that it's also small. So it's fast, so your transfer speeds are gonna be great. And the fact that it's small enough to be able to throw into a bag, because now I'm asking you to add an SSD and a card reader. So keep them small, right? So go small card reader, go pretty much our smallest, highest performance SSD that we make, portable SSD. And then you've got sort of this compact kit. And we can do up to, oh boy, what's our max capacity now on this?
It says
1, 2, and 4, yeah. So, ample, right? And you're shooting on like, what, 256 gig cards?
Yes.
Yeah. So you're golden for, maybe not forever, but a good solid trip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that simplifies things a bit.
Maybe I complicated it a little bit, but I think I added devices to your workflow, but I think what you'll get is a faster, more efficient, and I think safer solution, because you'll know that your data is there, and you could still choose to keep it on the Mac if you want to. Like you could have redundancy like in the field, but you really don't have to, right? You could just move it all through the Mac. I know you said your MacBook storage is a little on the low side compared to what you can get in an SSD, so it might make sense.
Cool. Very good. Thank you for your time.
Yeah, you got it.
So you guys have heard about GoPro, right? This little action cam company that's run by the Surfer Boys, who made the coolest action cam ever, like the first one. There's the name GoPro is synonymous with this shape and action caminess of the specific camera shape, but recently they have been challenged by DJI and Insta360. Other little brands like that have really started to make an impact. So they decided that they were going to revolutionize the action cam industry once again and come out with a 1-inch sensor line of cameras. So this is my interview with the representative talking about those cameras.
Hey guys, thanks for coming to the GoPro booth. Yeah, we're super excited about it. This is our new compact cinematic camera system. It's the Mission 1 series, and at its core, it's 3 cameras. The technology that builds in cameras is the same across all 3 bodies. So that starts with our 50 megapixel 1-inch sensor. That is a super, super large jump, obviously, in physical sensor area over the camera in the past. And what does that do? Well, one, incredible resolution that we're getting from 50 megapixels, but also a huge jump in low light. So I'll start on that low light side of things. Yes, sensor size a lot bigger, but one of the best things about our sensor is it's a quad Bayer sensor. We can actually bin down from 50 megapixels to 12 megapixels, which is giving our pixel pitch actually a 3.2 micron pixel pitch in this, which is actually approaching like the world of Micro Four Thirds cameras, and obviously a package that is super, super small, super portable, still rugged, still waterproof, all the things that you know and love about a GoPro. On the resolution side, obviously having 50 megapixels, that allows us to do 8K. So now we're shooting up to 8K at 60, 8K 30 open gate, so a full 4x3 sensor readout at 8K 30. Or, like I mentioned, you can actually zoom down and you can do 4K open gate recording. So that's that full 4x3 sensor, quad Bayer, bin down to 12 megapixels, incredible low light, and that's up to 120 frames per second at 4K open gate, which is insane.
Cool.
Yeah. We're doing a lot of high frame rate work as well on this camera. So 4K 240 recording now in camera. This thing is thousands of dollars cheaper than kind of the next cameras that can do 4K 240. And one of my favorite party tricks is we're doing 960 FPS at 1080 now for a 10-second burst. And this thing is a fraction of the cost than the next cheapest camera that can do 960 real frames at 1080p. Super impressive. All of that is basically made possible by our new GP3 processor. So the thing about GP3 that's so important is it's a 5 nanometer processor now versus 12 nanometer before. So it's way more power efficient. So the run times are so much longer. Thermal efficiency is way less of a concern. So you're not really going to have thermal shutdowns anymore like you used to have with GoPros. And then it allows us to power all those amazing modes.
Nice.
So with the standard one, I know there's one of the cameras comes with a different lens mount. With the not different lens mount, what is the focal length and focal range of that?
Yeah, good question. So it's about a 3x crop factor approximately. So the lens that we have built in on Mission 1 and Mission 1 Pro here, the ones with the integrated lens, is a 5mm lens, but that equates to about a 14, 15 millimeter on a full frame kind of DSLR style camera.
I have to interrupt right now. I didn't realize at the point of recording this video that the interchangeable lens version of this camera is not everything that they hoped it would be. They left out a few key components here, like there's no autofocus on the lenses. I can understand not having autofocus, but there's also no connection in which you can control the aperture of the lens. And so that means that while it is compatible with Micro Four Thirds lenses, you have to get Micro Four Thirds lenses that have the shutter ring there. You can actually manually choose the shutter and you can only manually focus them. That isn't exactly a deal breaker in every situation, but for a lot of situations it is. That means they're not actually compatible with every Micro Four Thirds lens, not in a real and practical way. The other two cameras, the Mission 1 and the Mission 1 Pro, those are cool. Those 1-inch sensor action cameras with the fixed lens, those are dope. And I might be interested in these, but I mean, I guess it's like their first adventure outside of having built-in lenses and having interchangeable lenses, but come on guys, give us the ability to adjust at least the aperture. That's kind of lame.
I've never used the GoPro mics before. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
So you haven't used them because they just came out. We just announced them last week. It's our new wireless mic kits. They're awesome. They're only 10 grams. The receivers are only 10 grams, so they're super tiny. Obviously, there's a ton of solutions out there for wireless mics for creators. So when we wanted to do our first one, we wanted to keep it really tiny, really light, able to be seamlessly paired with your GoPro. So you can connect over Bluetooth, HFP 1.9. So that's a super wideband Bluetooth mode. Or there's a TRS receiver built in. So you can 3.5 millimeter line in to your mirrorless camera, to your GoPro with a media mod, kind of any other solution, and have even higher quality audio, which is really nice.
It doesn't record over the video, but it records in a way you can sync it through that Bluetooth. Or does it record a separate file you would mix on the computer?
So that's a really good question. It's kind of up to you. You can have it be baked in, or you can actually record raw audio on GoPro, and that will give you all the different audio tracks, the ones from your camera, the ones from your microphone, and you can even connect up to 2 mics at once. So like we could be having a conversation like this, shooting it on a GoPro, and then be able to manage it in post if we need to change any of the levels. It's $149. So that features the two 10-gram receivers, a TRS transmitter, and then also a USB-C transmitter. So, you know, if you're someone without a GoPro, but hey, you're a content creator that uses their phone, you can just plug it straight into your phone via USB-C, and you're kind of off to the races. You don't need to have a GoPro to be able to use some of our ecosystem products. We want to make sure the ecosystem's wide open. It's 24-bit, 4,800 kilohertz or 48,000 kilohertz. It's not 32-bit float. The thing about that, you know, we explored 32-bit float. Some of the other products on the market, they can do it, but you know, I joke that you have to be standing on one foot with your like hand above your head to get it to kind of work. So they can kind of be tricky, and we wanted to prioritize having a really small, lightweight solution.
So how are the microphones powered? Is it like an AirPod that you like put in a little pack and it powers it?
Exactly. So there's a little charging case. I always said AirPods. The transmitters just slot right in magnetically. Same thing. And also, just like AirPods, as soon as you pop it out, if it's already been paired with your camera before, it automatically reconnects. That's the beauty of this camera system, and it's still going to live alongside the 3 camera categories that we already serve. And I think that's why we're so excited about this system is, you know, if you're looking for resolution in photos, you can shoot 50 megapixel raw photo, but then, oh, actually I want to shoot some really low light photography. You can do that because you can bin down to 12 megapixels and shoot incredible full frame, 4x3 full sensor readout, 12 megapixel photo stills, also in RAW. And then on the video side, you know, you're not making a sacrifice of, oh, this is my video body versus this is my photo body. It's the same body, and you can then, you know, go shoot 8K video, you can shoot 4K slow-mo. You have so much flexibility in such a tiny package, and it still has all that core DNA that people know and love about GoPro. And then, you know, if you're like, hey, actually, maybe I want a little bit of creative control, but I want to keep weight low and keep the pack small, you can go for the ILS, which still has, you know, the ability to have, you know, 3 lenses and a camera body fit in a little case that's, you know, this big. And it's not going to take up too much room or too much weight.
Very niche question. I do a lot of free diving.
Sweet.
So I'm diving down, if I'm doing well, to like 60, 100 feet.
Rad.
What is the waterproof rating for one of these?
Yeah, so we're right on the money. So the Mission 1 and the Mission 1 Pro with the integrated lenses, we've actually doubled the waterproof rating. So it went from 10 meters to 20 meters.
Nice.
So 66 feet. So like right around the world for you for free diving. But then we still have our clear protective housing. It's available separately if you're someone who needs it, and that would take you almost to 200 feet deep. So as deep as almost anyone is going with a camera for sure.
Well, thank you very much. This is exciting, and I'll probably be picking up one of these creator packages soon.
Heck yeah, stop by the GoPro booth if you want to learn more. We're so happy to have you. Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, thank you.
Cheers.
Thank you everyone so much for getting this far watching this video. These are the coolest little bits of gear that I think I might be picking up or at least investigating more in the next coming months. Let me know in the comments what sort of gear you might be interested in getting out of this video, what other gear in these manufacturers that you like, and look for affiliate links down below if you want to purchase anything you saw in this video. And please subscribe, because the next video I'm coming out with is way more revolutionary than anything you've seen today. The real reason I was in Las Vegas at the NAB Show is because of this brand new camera company that is going to absolutely revolutionize the field of landscape and astrophotography. This next video, it's gonna change everything.